For months, 10 TV has been digging into your concerns surrounding vacant houses in Columbus. We discovered these cases often take months and sometimes even years to be fixed at a court level. To get you answers, 10 Investigates reporter Rochelle Aline went directly to the court's judge and to lawmakers who make the court's procedures.
Just drive through this neighborhood.
Terry Roof knows Hilltop housing top to bottom.
It was our playground.
He's lived here since he was 4.
I consider myself a lifelong resident of the Hilltop.
And in the decades that have passed, he says he's watched vacant properties lead the community down a slippery slope.
It all leads to blight.
It's an issue 10 Investigates has been tracking for 6 months. At the beginning of last year, Columbus Code Enforcement counted nearly 3,000 vacant properties across the city, and more than 500 of them were in the Hilltop alone. So what's the fix? Well, Roof tells 10 TV if people complain enough, the city will kick that problem property up to the Franklin County Environmental Court. But
the process can drag on for years.
It's a concern we first brought to the mayor in November.
Is there a way to speed up that process to both give owners a chance to fix what's wrong, but also hold them accountable in a way that's a bit faster?
You know, we'd be all for it, but we have to follow the law and follow that process.
Judge Stephanie Mingo oversees environmental court. She says the time between a case being filed and the homeowner facing fines is at least 5 to 6 months. That's because of all the hearings and procedures that come in between. But she says the biggest slowdown in that process starts with making sure everyone connected to the case knows about it.
The influx of out-of-state investors certainly has an impact on this court. Sometimes during the life of a case, we will see a property change hands 3 or 4 times.
To fix those issues, there'd need to be a change at a state level. So 10 TV spoke to the 3 lawmakers that represent the Hilltop. State Senator Bill DeMora tells us he hopes to tighten regulations.
You can have a P.O. box. You have to have a name and an address and a contact information instead of having an LLC that's owned by another shell corporation, so that people can't even track down the owners, because if you can't serve the owner papers, nothing you can do about it.
And State Representative Dontavius Geralds says upcoming legislation could require auditors in our state's largest counties to maintain a vacant home registry, and they would fine property owners who don't update their contact information.
Is that something you would be supporting on the House side of things if it moves forward?
Absolutely. I think it's an amazing bill. Having this registry would allow us to have the right person to contact at the right time when it was necessary.
But even under the best circumstances, it's progress that these lawmakers acknowledge won't come overnight. So in the meantime, State Representative Christine Cockley says she plans to work as a liaison to keep the process as transparent as possible.
I want to make sure that residents are getting updates on where these properties stand.
And it's work that Terry Roof says he hopes doesn't amount to broken promises.
Start cracking down harder on these people.
In Columbus, Rochelle Aline, 10 TV News.